Hi there and a warm welcome to Frugalful. My name's Lara. This is a frugal living and budgeting channel and it's great to have you here today. I hope your January has got off to a super start. If you're doing a low spend or a no spend January, then I really hope that it's all going well. Please let us know in the comments how it's been. Would love to hear all about it, and well done for giving it a go. It's a terrific way to start the year. So I am focusing particularly on a low spend in January around food. I want to see how well I can stick to my £25 a week target, continuing that this year as much as possible. It's not very much. It's difficult to make it stretch, especially as I'm also using that budget amount to cover cleaning products, toiletries, household items like toilet rolls, that kind of thing. So I know that sometimes it won't be a realistic number, but the closer I can be to it, the better for my budget, especially in January. And the great thing is that I have loads of stuff in the cupboards to use up, loads of stuff in the freezer to use up, some stuff in the fridge as well. And that's going to go a long way towards making that £25 a week stretch as far as possible. In case of emergencies, if there are times, say that I need to stock up on toilet rolls or that kind of thing, and there's like a special offer and it's cheaper to buy in bulk, or when I need to buy things like laundry liquid and it's cheaper to buy it as a huge bottle, but it costs a lot. And on these kind of occasions, if I go over my £25 a bit, then it's okay. You know, I've planned ahead for that because I have a thing called a budget buffer, and it just gives me that little bit of wiggle room for weeks where I do need to go beyond that £25 a week. But I'll be avoiding that wherever possible, and I'll keep you posted on how my £25 a week target goes in general. I won't be going into the same level of detail as I did in my low spend year last year in 2024. Feels really strange to say that still. But I won't be going into the same level of detail and breaking down my budget each month. But what I will be doing is I'll give you an overview each month of how that £25 a week target has been going, if I've been managing to stick to it. Where I haven't, why it's gone off the wagon if it does, which hopefully it won't too much. Excuse me. Sniffle, sniffle. Also, what was I going to also say about this? Oh man, what was I going to say? It should hopefully come back to me in a wee minute. In the meantime, just to say, I'm going to begin by showing you my supermarket trip. I thought I'd bring you with me to Asda. This was just before the new year. I stocked up on some bargainous vegetables, just as I'd said in my previous video about the soup that I was going to. Unfortunately, they weren't 8p a bag this time. It wasn't quite as good as that, but there was still some deals to be had. So I'll show you my trip to the supermarket, and then I'll show you my haul of what I got at the supermarket. In terms of veggies, it was a big fresh vegetable stock up. After that, I'll show you all the stuff on my worktops behind me and to my left, because the reason that those are there is that this week I've been giving my kitchen a really deep clean, and I decided to go through all my kitchen cupboards and figure out exactly what's here in the cupboards, and I'm going to write it all down. So I'm doing an inventory list starting today with the store cupboard items. Please tune in for a future video soon, and I will share with you my process of going through my freezer items and doing a full inventory for those, because my idea is going to be doing meal planning all around the stuff I've already got. As far as possible, I want to avoid setting foot in the supermarket for as far into January as I physically possibly can. And what I've begun doing is keeping a stock up items shopping list and a needed items shopping list. But the good thing is I don't really need anything on the needed list. Like, the needed list isn't imminent. It's going to last a while. I think the first thing I'm going to need on that needed list is going to be coffee because that's running quite low. But my plan is using up my tea bags, my Earl Grey tea bags and my Scottish blend tea bags, and using up green tea, herbal teas and that kind of stuff, and cutting back on coffee a bit. So, you know, if I run out of coffee, it'll have to be decaf and I'll be waiting. I'm not going to the supermarket just for coffee. Nothing else is urgent as far as I can tell so far, which is really, really good. So I'm hoping to keep out of the supermarket. Even if I can keep out of the supermarket for January, that would be awesome. Here's hoping. That would be really, really good. Might be a bit overambitious, but we'll see. Give it a go as far as I can. And then I'm going to be doing a cooking video soon using some of these veggies as well. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up in the next few days or so. Get to the supermarket. Unfortunately, that other thing I was going to say about my weekly budget has completely gone out of my head. But it might come back to me. If it does, I'll let you know. Oh, but also around food budgeting, I do have some gift vouchers. So that's going to come in handy, and that doesn't actually count as part of my £25 a week budget, which is handy because I was gifted it. So that could be a useful spillover tool, especially in January, so that I'm staying on track. And also, I've begun exploring the Jam Donut app, so see a previous video about that. I really like the idea of that, and it was a YouTuber called Vicky Smith who happened to mention it. Thank you for that, because otherwise I'd have never known such a great concept existed. I like it because it seems different to other cashback apps, because the way it works is you can buy gift cards, so you can do your shopping with the gift card, but you're getting cash back as well. So it's a total win-win. So I've tried it out with Asda and then done an Asda online shop, and that was great. But I'm going to explore that some more this year. I think it could be quite a helpful tool for budgeting. And also, probably not this month, but over the coming months, I think I'm going to check out other supermarkets too, like, for example, Iceland that we have in the UK. I do go to Farm Foods in the UK sometimes. That can be really good and you can get some good prices. I would say Asda, Lidl and Farm Foods are probably my main three that I tend to go to. But I think it was in November I explored the it's quite local to me, Iceland, and the Savers or Semichem, I think it was Savers, which is good for toiletries that are a bit cheaper, or equivalent price to B&M. The Iceland and the Savers or Semichem, whichever, they're close together. And near to both of them is also an Aldi. Now, Aldi are really good value for money also. So for me, it might actually be cheaper and maybe even quicker if I'm doing an on-foot shopping trip, which is when I take my shopping trolley with me because I'm a non-driver. It may be quicker for me to hop on a train and do a wee 10 to 15 minute train ride, go to those three that are really close to the local train station and then head back, than it is to do what I currently do when I do an on-foot shop, which is about a 20-25 minute walk to get to the shops, walking around the shops and then the walk back. And it's actually cheaper in those other shops that are a short train journey away. And with my travel pass, it's completely free to go anyway. So it makes a lot of sense. And I'm thinking of exploring that further into the new year. Well, not much further, maybe end of January, beginning of February, we'll see. I'll be sure to let you know. And I think I might, through the year, try and do a bit of a price comparison and see. But it's kind of difficult to tell unless I check out Asda's app and do a like-for-like comparison, may explore that idea. So if you'd like that, let us know in the comments as well, and say hi. And also, I just wanted to again say a massive thank you for all the new subscribers. It's just fantastic. I'm so over the moon to have hit 1,000. Never dreamed that would happen. It's just so exciting. I'm absolutely delighted to continue to share this low spend journey with you, my frugal path, and hearing about your path in life, your frugal journey. And may we all support one another in that. It's a great thing to try and cultivate that lifestyle to help us stay on track with our budgets and help us have more money to do the things in life that are most meaningful for us. So let's get shopping. It's a shame because the prices have actually gone up. So it's 59 for the potatoes now, 39 for the carrots, 39 for the parsnips, 59 for shallots, and 59 for sprouts. And it's maximum of 3 per customer, so I've still to decide what 3 to buy. This is cheaper than Asda, and I'll let you know what I pick. I think this is good as well. Down to 69p for broccoli. Whether it's regular or organic, it's the same, so why not go for organic? Sounds good to me. I've actually decided to go for the non-organic because you get almost twice as much for the same price. Sweetheart cabbage is down to 49, so I'm going to grab that too. So here's my items from the supermarket. I picked up a big Swede, bag of carrots, some potatoes, broccoli, sweetheart cabbage, and garlic. And when I was in the supermarket, you heard me talking about the prices. So many bargains still, but I do regret not stocking up on the 8p items before Christmas more, because I could have done multiple trips and I could have really gone to town with that. What I'm going to do this year for Christmas time, my plan I've decided, is I'm going to make sure in November I use up most of what's in the freezer so that I've created a load of freezer space. And then I'm going to do that big old stock up on 8p, hopefully, again, items. And do loads of food prep, chopping, freezing things, like preparing in different forms like I'm about to describe. So what I do love to do is chop the potatoes to make them into wedges and freeze the wedges. And then they're great for homemade chips, very delicious. And they're really good with garlic powder and Cajun spices sprinkled on them and stuff, and then roasted. Yum. And a bit of Fry Light spray oil, so that it's not too fattening as well, and it's still healthy. The carrots, I sometimes make parsnip and carrot chips, and any kind of root veggies really. You can make delicious root chips if you're trying to cut back on carbs. Also, I'll be prepping some mashed swede and mashed carrot, and also I might just like grate some carrot and freeze it, because that's quite a handy thing. But we'll see, because I'll probably end up making a load of soup with this as well. I do wish I had some parsnips and some fresh sprouts, because I really love fried sprouts. And I'm going to try roasted sprouts. Never again will I be doing boiled sprouts. Those days have gone, because they're too mushy and smushy, and I just don't like the texture very much. I will eat them, but I'm not mega keen. Garlic, I'll be separating these out into cloves, the individual cloves, and freezing those. Because I never, even though I'm a garlic fiend and I love my garlic, I still never get through it quick enough. I might replant some of the garlic as well, because then I can have my own grown bulbs at the allotment. It depends how organised I am. A really great tip for separating out the cloves, by the way, is get an empty jar, glass jar. Put the big bulb in, close it, shake it vigorously for about 30 to 60 seconds, and it starts to all separate, and then you should be able to peel the skin off. Repeat, lather, rinse, repeat as necessary, and it's really handy. It saves a whole ton of time. It stops your fingers getting all garlicky as well, which is quite handy. And then the broccoli, Oh, I do love broccoli. I haven't decided what to do with that yet. I do have a block of cheese to use up in the freezer, so I might make some kind of broccoli. It's not Stilton, but some kind of broccoli and cheese soup. But then I'm trying to now be healthier, so we'll see. Sweetheart cabbage. Watch this space. I'm going to make something really delicious using the cabbage as the main ingredient. It's a great handy weight loss ingredient. So when I do the foodie video soon, that will definitely feature. Now on to what's in the store cupboard. I've got loads of lasagna sheets, loads of couscous, some pasta, whole wheat, fusilli and spaghetti. I've got different kinds of rice. I've got long grain rice, arborio rice, which is risotto rice. I've got some sushi rice. Now I love my sushi. See in past videos in the Slow Cooker Sundays playlist, and you will be able to see onigiri and me talking about Japanese cooking. I would love to do some more Japanese food prep videos with you, so let me know if you fancy that. I've got some different kinds of seaweed here, and I've got some Japanese kinds of noodles. Now there's soba and there's udon. Oh, I do love my Japanese noodles. I lived in Japan for a year. I used to be a teacher there nearly 20 years ago. Wonderful place, very fond memories, and the food is just awesome. And I would love to actually share some stuff about Japan with you soon on the channel. Yeah, 2 years ago, I went to Japan for my 40th, and it was absolutely out of this world. I'd love to share some footage and some pictures from that trip if you're up for that. So please let me know in the comments if you would like that. Now let me turn you around. I've also got a whole load of muesli here. And the muesli I'm going to use up this month as much as possible. And the porridge, because porridge is just such a great weight loss food and it's mega healthy. Really good for clearing the system and helping sore figs. I won't say any more about that. And then some different dried fruit. So my plan with this is mix them up, stick them in a glass jar I've got in the corner over there. And then I'll actually remember to use them and put them on my porridge or my muesli. And that'll be good. Yellow split peas, broth mix, and oh, well, these I'm going to be using for soups and to make a yellow split pea dal. Love the dal, it's so good. Chickpeas, I might make homemade hummus with that. That would be delicious. And then here I've got a selection of seeds. I really need to use up these things. The sunflower seeds, hemp seeds times 1, 2, 3. So I need to remember to put them over either the salads or cereal. Pumpkin seeds, and I think they're chia seeds. Yeah, chia seeds or chia seeds. I don't know how to say it. And then that's maca powder, so it's meant to be very nutritious. So I need to remember to sprinkle that on soup and things to just use it up. 2 bags of flour, plain and self-raising. Must remember to use those. And finally, for protein, there's nuts. Well, they're coconut, desiccated coconut. So good for making sweet treats. Some chopped almonds, just to chuck in some, maybe in the porridge one day, just to use it up. Cashews, pistachios, and some chestnuts that are not roasting on an open fire to use up. So there you go, that's everything. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that selection of things. Now I know what's in the store cupboard. Oh, drat. I've put them away without writing down what I've got. But the good thing is, at least when I'm editing this video, I'll be able to see what was there and I can list everything. So it's okay. Because I've started putting away the stuff. So as I say, please join me again soon and I will be doing the same thing with the freezer. Although I don't need to clean that, so that'll be a lot quicker job than this has been. Thanks for joining me today. Take care, very best wishes. Have a super weekend. See you next time. Bye.